Look at sports today. A slight touch, a tiny trip, and the player on the ground rides as if his soul is leaving his body. The whole stadium holds its breath, the referee blows the whistle, and the medical team rushes in. We, the people of the modern age, have gotten used to safe sports. We think the purpose of the game is just winning or losing. But there was a time when the sports field and the battlefields were the exact same thing. Winning didn't mean lifting a trophy. Winning meant going back home alive. In human history, some sports were so savage, so full of bloodshed, that over time they had to be buried forever. Banned. Today, we will descend into the depths of that brutality. Welcome to the deadliest banned sports in history. In 16th century, Florence, Italy, a place known for its art, culture, and beauty. But right in the middle of this beautiful city, a tradition lived on that was nothing short of a nightmare. The name of this game was Calcio Storico. If you think this was like today's football, then get that thought out of your head. In Calcio Storico, there was only one rule. There were no rules, 54 players, a sandpit, and one ball. But the ball was just an excuse. The real goal was to bury your opponent alive in the ground. Punching allowed, kicking allowed, headbutting and choking absolutely allowed. This wasn't a game, it was legally sanctioned murder. Think about that one player. He steps onto the field. He has no helmet, no shin guards, only his own skin and bones. The noise around him is so loud that he can't even hear the voice in his own head. The same crowd cheering for him will be laughing and clapping tomorrow, seeing him cry. A human suddenly turns into a beast. The system has turned him into a gladiator, and the value of his life has been reduced to just putting a ball into a goal. The match begins. And for the next 50 minutes, all you hear is the sound of bones breaking. The sand turns red with blood. Many players lie unconscious on the ground, but the game doesn't stop. The referee doesn't stop the match because blood was the ticket for this game. This was an era when death entered the field, not as a spectator, but as a player. Now compare this to today's football. Today, if a player gets a bad tackle, slow-motion replays start, red cards come out, Twitter trends start running. But in Calcio Storico, if your opponent is choking you, you don't look at the referee. You thrash your hands and legs just to save your last breath. We humans civilized sports. We made rules so we remember that we are not animals. But centuries ago, sports like Calcio Storico showed us our true nature, that behind the mask of civil society, we still love to watch that raw, unfiltered violence. A time came when this brutality increased so much that authorities had to ban it. These games were buried in the bloody history books. Today, Calcio Storico is played in a highly regulated and watered-down version, but the scent of that former death no longer remains in that sand. But history is full of so many more strange and terrifying things that have been hidden away. If you have the courage to explore this dark history, then subscribe and hit the bell icon, because the next banned sport I am going to tell you about was played underwater, and people drowned to death in it.